Yeah, man. What's going on? What can you do for me? Hold up, no one's using me. I'm not in and out some foolery. That's not how it goes down usually. None of this shit ain't new to me. Man, don't care about your jewellery or what guy you used to be. All man need to know. Yeah, man, I'm in it. Too sick with it. Man, know me, I ain't got no limit. Rest in peace to the beat when I kill it. I'm a known MC, but I'm not a prick with it. Just came off the phone to Eleanor, updating my diary like Bridget. Man said that he's gonna do best shit. Since then, it's been up in the air, no Quidditch. People get gassed and talk wicked until bad man paid them a visit. What you gonna do now? She's sitting brick it. 999, better dial up a digit. You thought you was coming on my journey until Coco checked that ticket. Man never came to play the half out. A 10 out of 10 when I aim for the wicket.
Right, nice to finally catch up, Coco.
You too,
we've been having like these little conversations actually back and forth over the past month.
Yeah, man.
You like taking the piss out of me on holiday,
yeah,
you know, all those random little conversations we've had.
Building rapport.
But it's about time we actually sat down, and I appreciate you jumping on the project as well.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
It's been a busy time for you, in fact.
Yeah.
Congratulations on The Guardian.
Thank
I
you.
clocked that on Instagram the other day, actually. And the regional Mercury EP as well. Amazing. You've been doing loads of stuff this year as well.
Yeah.
We'll get into where it all started later on, but how did the regional Mercury EP come about? Like, did you already have like a vision for how you wanted it to sound, who you wanted involved? When did that start?
So with regional Mercury, obviously I put out no rehearsal, like I think it was the year before. And I just wanted to kind of show that growth again, because I've done the singles thing. I've done my G, Big Boy, Big and Serious. But I thought, you know what, I think now's the time just to give people another project.
Yeah.
So with regional Mercury, with the name, I just thought, since I've moved to London, since I've kind of started this journey, so to speak, I've been all over the country performing. I've met different people, I've done this, I've done that, and I thought the title was fitting for me to be the regional Mercury. I'm from a small region, Sheffield, and I'm kind of flying the flag.
This project, actually, you're working with some seriously talented producers. Like you said, you've got Toddler T on the project, you've got Spyro on the project, and Conductor, and you've been producing yourself as well. It's a big deal.
Yeah, thank you.
How did you connect with those guys, especially Conductor?
Conductor, okay. So Conductor, I met Conductor in, when was it? I think that was 2016, I think I met Conductor. I jumped on a remix of one of his tunes that he did with a guy called Lifford. And I think he hollered me to work with him, because I think he must have just been seeing what I was doing, and he's also a regional guy, he's from Bristol. Yeah. So I think he just wanted to kind of connect both energies, and you know what I'm saying, and see what's happening. And from there, it just seemed to work. I did the Radar set with him, the Garage set, which everyone seemed to like. So I think me and Conductor have just got this gift when we come together.
There must have been a moment in that time that you're living in Sheffield, you started making music, you start connecting with people from London, and like you mentioned, you pretty much done everything in Sheffield. What came to mind when you thought, right, I need to make this move to London? What age were you, and were you a bit nervous about making that move as well? Yeah,
do you know what it is? Like, it was more excitement than nerves. Like, obviously nerves were there a bit, because this is the first time I've moved out of my parents' house, and I'm not just moving out into a house from where I'm from, I'm moving to another city.
City,
yeah, the capital, you know what I mean? And obviously you hear things about London being from outside of it, or stabbings, shootings, it's too big, but I didn't listen to none of that, I didn't care. I just love music so much. So yeah, 24, I'd just been working loads of call centre jobs, and I think I just got moved on to a different department in one of them, and I just felt like man weren't being valued or treated right. And I'm saying to myself, look, I've got all this talent for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can keep working and getting money, but I'm not happy, and like life is short. So I was saying, do you know what? I'm gonna do it. Like, I've got a friend who died, who kind of also got me on the music path, GT, rest in peace. And it was just like, I've got a gift for a reason. I'm gonna represent where I'm from, and I'm gonna show the world, you know what I mean? There's
a real kind of hype around all these artists from different cities outside of London.
Yeah.
Do you think now an artist has to move from their city to London?
Nah. And you know what? Like, I don't want people to get it mistaken. Like, you don't have to move. You don't have to. It's just like, for me at that time, I felt that was the right move for myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, because, like you said, the proof's in the pudding. We've got like Mist, H, JK, Bugsy Malone. They all live in their native areas where they're from. Do you know what I'm saying? But for me, it was just a case of like, I don't know if anyone else from Sheffield feels like this, but I just felt, do you know what? Like, there are people that know us around the surrounding areas, and like maybe some of our artists were recognised in London. I know they were, but it's just like, for me personally, I felt like I had so much to give. Like, I had to be there in that spot.
Do you think it's still more difficult to like reap like the benefits of like being successful living outside of London? Like I know we've said that, you know, you can kind of get that recognition, but do you think people that actually live in the city co-sign them, like that people that actually live there more than people, they're co-signing people that live outside of London? Do you think there's like an industry click in a way? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, do you know what, like I'd be lying if I said no. Like there's always gonna be that sense of unity with your own people. There's always gonna be that, and like let's be honest, like London is the epicenter of where UK music comes from, like for a lot of it, do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, like I think it depends on the kind of person you are, because there could have been someone else from a regional area who moved to London who might not have had the same success as me, and I've got to big up Toddler T for that, like just as much as me putting in the work, because let's say I didn't have Toddler T, who knows where I would have been. Maybe I would have got to where I would have got, but it might have taken longer. So I think it does help to have certain connections in London, but now, like you said, it's very different. We've got social media, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's next for you in 2020? I mean, we're a couple of months away, less than a couple of months away.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you can tell me that you're not trying to keep for yourself, that you're planning to do in 2020?
Yeah. I don't want to get into trouble. I'm just trying to think. I mean,
it's all right. Get into trouble. It's fine. It's all right.
I've been doing a lot of sync work.
Back.
I've been doing a lot of sync work for like companies for. Can I say films? Maybe.
Okay.
Films, yeah, where I produce myself. So that gives me more confidence as well with my production side. Like people of like big calibers are wanting my music that I produce. So it must be doing something. So yeah, I've got a couple of syncs. In terms of the actual music coming from me myself, I want to find that growth again. Every time I release something, I always want to go back to the drawing board, like, and not be naive to thinking, oh, the next track I release, it'll do well, because, nah, man, I want to make sure everything that I release is proper.
Yeah,
and I'm ready to do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you, Coco.
Thank you, man.
It's been really nice chatting to you.
Big up.
Yeah, man. What's going on? Hey. Hey, you know it's a serious thing. When you hear I'm not playing. Let's go. What can you do for me? Hold up, no one's using me. I'm not in no tomfoolery. That's not how it goes down usually. None of this shit ain't new to me. Man, don't care about your jewellery or what guy you used to be. All man need to know. Yeah, man, I'm in it. Too sick with it. Man, know me, I ain't got no limit. Rest in peace to the beat. When I kill it, I'm a known MC, but I'm not a prick with it. Just came off the phone to NNR update on my diary like Bridget. Man said that he's gonna do best shit. Since then, it's been up in the air, no Quidditch. People get gassed and talk wicked until bad man paid them a visit. What you gonna do now? She's sitting brick it. 999, better dial up a digit. You thought you was coming on my journey until Coco checked that ticket. Man never came to play the half out. A 10 out of 10 when I aim for the wickets. What can you do for me? Hold up, no one's using me. I'm not in no tomfoolery. That's not how it goes down usually. None of this shit ain't new to me. Man don't care about your jewellery or what guy you used to be. All man need to know is what can you do for me? Hey, what can you do? What is? What can you do for me? Hey, what can you do? Man can't just keep taking and expect me to be handshaking. Whilst man are out there when you're making, doing up club life, all I'm shaking. All this time man about breaking, now it's getting to the point where the back's aching. Man, in real life, nobody's in the making. From Coco, you won't get no ratings. I ain't got time to be time wasting. Divert that one to my agent. Sorry, but I don't think that I'll be vacant. Man, I'm not serious and it's so blatant. This is my impatient statement, said I'm in control, large casement. Wake up, I'm gonna start waking. Man, out of the dreams. What can you do for me? Hold up, no one's using me. I'm not in no tomfoolery. That's not how it goes down usually. None of this shit ain't new to me. Man don't care about your jewellery or what guy you used to be. All man need to know is what can you do for me? Hey, what can you do? What is? What can you do for me? Hey, what can you do? What can you do for me? Hold up, no one's using me. I'm not in no tomfoolery. That's not how it goes down usually. None of this shit ain't new to me. Man don't care about your jewellery or what guy you used to be. All man need to know is what can you do for me? Hey, what can you do? What is? What can you do for me? Hey, what can you do?
I lied, still I told her I tried. If you want it and you got it, baby girl, you know it's mine. What's mine, that's yours. I got you until you go. Baby girl, you know, you know. She keep me wrapped up and it got a hold of me. When a loud pack smoke hits you, it's like ocean breeze. Ocean breeze, baby, bend up your back, girl, hold them knees. Pretty little face where you twist up the waist as I hold up freeze. I'm in love with the stars, I ain't talking astrology. Yeah, navigate around town, I don't need no geography. Soon I flat salt way to the ground, bitch, niggas get off of me. If you're gonna stack, then stack, don't chat, just do it all properly. Had to get out and grind, can't rely on no lottery. Trying to tell me that I lied when I sure I kept it 100 from the start. Talking knots getting tired, I just need to really know I got your heart. Star diggy getting Ross, baby, I've been feeling kinda off lately. Maggie boning out my clock, next 200 pour it up. Whoa, she my precious like Gollum told him. I ain't pressed over nothing to bro with them. We take big steps like I'm stronger than, yeah. Can't run with them, bruh, only tumble with them. Big dump for them, fuck who loves you and your friends. No more rap so that they got a hold of me.
So L Dizz, finally got you on Seen Not Heard after having multiple conversations about today, and today is finally here.
Yeah.
But you've been pretty busy, to be fair, over the past year.
Yeah.
It's been a hectic time for you, dropping music. You appeared on Kenny All-Star's show as well.
Yeah.
That wasn't too long ago, that was only a month ago, right?
Yeah, last month I think it was.
Last month, yeah. And Voice of the Streets.
Yeah.
So how did Voice of the Streets come about?
Well, what it was is initially I was actually just sat at home and I was actually going to go to the studio that day, and I got a message from someone tagged me in some posts on Instagram, which is not unusual. People tag me in posts sometimes, but they're never really to do with me, or it's just like a funny meme or something.
Stuff.
Yeah, just some random stuff on Instagram. So, and it was this Kenny post, and it was like, oh, I'm looking for 5 artists outside of London, in Yorkshire, Bradford, Sheffield, Huddersfield. There, he mentioned loads of different places, and I was like, what does he want them for? And it was like, oh, to do a freestyle. And I was like, you know what, yeah, that's me. Like, because a lot of the time I do see these challenges and it's like, oh, well, you get to win a day here and do this. And it was like, nah, this is going to be, you're going to get a freestyle out of this. I was like, yeah, this is more something what I am.
Street,
this is my lane. Like, this is where I feel comfortable, do you know what I mean? That night, as I say, I got the follow from Kenny, and I put it in my group chat like, yo, it's coming. Like, just joking, like thinking, oh, Kenny's just, and then I was thinking, oh, what he's going to do, he's going to follow like the 100 people, and then he's going to look through them 100, and then he'll choose. And
then break it down.
Yeah, break it down into, yeah. But then half an hour later, he liked one of my posts, and then 2 minutes later he liked another, and then 2 minutes later he liked another. So I was thinking, okay, this guy's actually watching these videos, and he's not watching like half of it and skipping, because it's like
Kenny's like that, you know. There's a reason, obviously, that Kenny's on national radio and he's made a name for himself. He's always got his, ear to the ground with what's going on, and he always checks out stuff himself, and I rate him for that.
100%.
Did you have any kind of exposure on national radio before this freestyle for Kenny? Because you featured on radio quite a bit before this, haven't you?
Yeah. I have done bits and bobs here and there. One time I did a tune on BBC introducing, uploaded it through them, because the uploader's good, Like, I think people don't understand, like, the uploader is a good path.
Do you know how many people have had on this project that have all kind of taken that same path and they've kind of got somewhere with it as well? So big up BBC Introducing as well for helping so many people through that path as well. 100%. Especially if you're outside of London, it's kind of like, well, how do I get my music heard?
Exactly,
so that's an amazing way for BBC One Extra, those national stations as well, to be hearing that fresh talent that's coming through as well.
100%.
So let's take it back. When did you actually start making music then? When was it that you thought, I'm going to take this seriously, this is going to be something that I want to do for the rest of my life, kind of thing?
Well, I think it's kind of two answers, because I first started making music seriously when I was about 12, 13. But that's what you think is serious. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then, but I was, because I used to play football at a high level, so I was playing football and I was doing music, and then it got to a point where, like, I can't really do music because the content what I'm bringing, like this grime music. It was more when grime had a bigger stigma about it as well. Like, if you do grime, you're a gangster. Like, obviously now it's a lot more accepted.
Oh, it's changed now.
Yeah, it's
big
changed
time.
now.
It's been accepted,
they'd probably be giving me a
almost.
contract just because I do grime now. But back then it was like, okay, look, you're gonna have to stop doing that stuff, because, like, it got to the point where even in my youth team, like, once I was walking down the corridor in my youth team, the club I used to play for, and the first team manager and the academy manager was in the room, and they were watching my video on YouTube,
and like that wasn't a good thing. Like that's not a good thing. Do you know what I mean? Because they're looking at that thinking, what is this guy doing? This is so when you get into the first team, you're going to be on YouTube as well, like with your friends smoking in the background. And, do you know what I mean? Like it can't be done.
Yeah, it can't be done.
You know what I mean? So after I stopped football when I was about 18, I think that's when I really started to take it like a bit more serious, and that's when I made No Occasions that got radio playing, and I really.
That's what I mean. It's been working well for you though. As soon as you kind of, it's one of those things when you kind of stopped focusing on one thing and put all your time and energy into the next thing. It's just kind of gone from there.
Definitely, yeah.
So congrats on that. That's amazing. So I mentioned before, I spoke to Coco before I spoke to you, and he said that he'd love to work with you again, and he thinks definitely that you're definitely flying the flag for Sheffield. Is there anybody that you want to work with from back home, like work with from Sheffield, that you think, you know what, we'd make some great music together, you want to already work with?
I mean, I wouldn't say there's anybody that I'm literally thinking in my head right now, like
Top of the
I
brain.
definitely want to work with them, but there's people that I have worked with in Sheffield as well. There's a producer group called Audio Face, both producers, both rappers, both MCs. Both make like wavy stuff as well. So I've worked with them a couple of times, so obviously check them out. Obviously as well, me and Coco worked with Smiley. Yeah. Smiley does a lot of grime stuff as well, rap stuff. He's a very good artist as well, so I would like to do more stuff with Smiley. So
what's next for you? Because you obviously released Studio Stars. Yeah. Which you were working on for a long time, and it was incredible. Do you plan to work on anything similar to that, or are you going to be releasing anything similar to Studio and Stars?
Yeah. Definitely, 100%, but it won't be anything like that though. Okay, like,
different project.
Yeah, I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time, which is not a good thing to like kind of criticise my own work. And I know it's not, because I should really be saying, yo, go and stream it now, it's the best thing ever. No, but you know what, I rate your honesty, because everybody grows and changes, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you need to release something to kind of look back at it and think, okay, that was something that I definitely want to continue with, or you know what, I want to move away from that. So it's important to kind of be honest with yourself and with other people, and just put it out there that you want to do something fresh and new. So I rate that. I did a mixtape before that as well. I don't know if you've heard it. It's 2100. That's more grimy. And I wanted to mix elements with that and Studio and Stars and make it into one, which is like kind of like what I was doing earlier.
Yeah.
Ocean
Breeze,
which is kind of like that a bit more. So more melodic, but still with the like rappy elements and the like grime patterns and things like that. Anything else that you're planning to do in 2020 that you can share with me? I know there's probably things that you're thinking, oh no, I don't want to get into trouble for this. No, there's stuff that obviously I'm working on, like kind of like what you said, behind the scenes kind of stuff. What obviously is not, I don't talk about, in case I ruin it. Do you know, like where like I could come here and be like, I've got this crazy thing to do, I can't believe it's happening, and then like 2 years down the line, people are watching this and this crazy thing still not happened. It's like, yo. So, but yeah, I'm working on some stuff. Obviously with my producer, well, not my producer, but a producer, Andy Nicholson, Gold Tooth. I'm working with him a lot, which made Ocean Breeze. Working with Mannequin quite a lot as well. Yeah. With him, I do more. Recently, we've been doing more stuff for like adverts. Yeah. Like syncs. Yeah. Like stuff like that, which is interesting as well to get into, because it's not like I'm making music what I want to make at the same time, but then I'm also like customizing it for something. So he'll tell me, oh, put some sports references in there. Yeah. And it's quite interesting to do, because it's writing something different as well. Yeah, it's a bit different from everything else you've already done as well. Yeah. So it's moving into a different direction almost. Exactly. But apart from that as well, music videos as well, I'm going to be definitely trying to drop a lot. You know how much I love your music videos. Earlier I was like scrolling through Instagram, I was like, I want this one, I want this one. And you're like, all right, cool. Yeah. So more music videos as well. More Instagram freestyles as well, which I think a lot of people do like from me as well. Kind of already expect that from you. Like I said, you're always active on socials and dropping freestyles and stuff like that. Yeah, always. So looking forward to fresh content. Yeah, definitely. Always will be. All right, thank you. Wrote this one on the plane, why you think I'm so fly? Higher when I landed than I was in sky. L's in my hand, never lost or eye. Yo, why did he run up your mouth? My guy got things that are short on an MC's life. OCB that I rap 2 G's and that, no way man's running on. Step fresh out the old double one, guessed it. I'ma bring pain once again. MC's taking it for game once again. I don't need to state nothing. They know who the microphone champion been. I don't mean Joseph. Them man couldn't bring waves like this, even if they cut off the throat quick and then brush for the rest of their lives. But I control waves and tides like Moses. In verses I'm hearing beat talked up in life, man crease like forces. Looks like I'm dealing with a big bitch, know it. Man get Shelly in an instant for it. No company behind me, ain't Vincent Flores.
That's why I told my nigga Wizzin is stolen. Man's got disorders, no Ritlin can hold it. But they can't prevent who's chosen. This one on the plane where you think I'm so fly. Higher when I landed then I was in sky. L's in my hand, never lost or eye. Yo, why? Why did he run up your mouth? My guy got things that are shorter than MC's life. OCB that I rap, 2 G's and a that. No way, man's running on. Step fresh out the old double one. You guessed it, I'ma start shelling off again. I don't wanna see man trying to play, I never taught him that way. It's time for a telling off again. Then man missed the drop when I missed the 16s will just splatter man's head. Nigga beat me when I shall spend, no one spent. Guarantee man won't talk up again. You know what happens if I want to, I flood it. Don't tempt me and tell me I couldn't. Man's talking tsunami waves, and none of man are drowning puddles. Man create magic with my one doggy, and them man there just like muggles. And you don't wanna feel this bite, so that's why I keep most my dogs in muscles. On the plane where you think I'm so fly. Higher when I landed then I was in sky. L's in my hand, never lost or eye. Yo, why? Why did he run up your mouth? My guy got things that are shorter than MC's life. OCB that I rap, 2 G's and a that. No way, man's running on. Step fresh out the old double one. Plane where you think I'm so fly. Higher when I landed then I was in sky. L's in my hand, never lost or eye. Yo, why? Why did he run up your mouth? My guy got things that are shorter than MC's life. OCB that I rap, 2 G's and a that. No way, man's running on. Step fresh out the old double one.